Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Adrienne and today we're doing my August TBR, but also I thought it might be fun to include what I'm putting on my habit tracker for this month and what my August intentions are. So I haven't been planning out my monthly TBRs, and I think I've just been picking up random books that shouldn't be that high on my priority list, but when I don't have anything planned, I just grab something. Hopefully having a planned book TBR will keep me on track with reading the books that I want to read the most. So I'll start with the books. The first and most important is I'm going to start Words of Radiance by Brandon Sanderson this month. This is the second book in the Stormlight Archive. I finished the last book in June and I'm excited to finally be moving on to the sequel. I don't think I'll be able to read the entire book because it's just a lot for me. I at least want to read half of Words of Radiance this month. And then for the book club that I'm in, we're reading People We Meet on Vacation by Emily Henry. I've read 2 books by her before and really enjoyed it, so this one I'm sure will be great too. It's about 2 best friends who I think they only interact whenever they go on vacation together every year, and they've been friends only until I think one year maybe she makes a move and he's not interested, or it ruined everything, and now she convinces him to go on one last trip with her, and I'm sure they fall in love and it's lovely and cute, and it'll be fun to talk about while we sip wine at book club. Next, I can't stop talking about how much I've been enjoying books about poker, and I will be continuing on that trend with The Noble Hustle, Poker, Beef Jerky, and Death by Colson Whitehead. Grantland magazine gave him $10,000 to play at the World Series of Poker main event in Las Vegas, and he wrote a book about learning how to play poker and that poker tournament experience. He won the Pulitzer Prize for The Underground Railroad, but this is the first book I want to read by him because I love poker. Then a book that I read the beginning of and then put down even though I was absolutely in love with it, The Final Revival of Opal and Nev by Donnie Walton. This is fiction, but it reads like a memoir or report of this band, Opal and Nev. They were like a 60s or 70s rock band or rock duo, and they have a really cool story. They're now both much older, and there's someone who wants to write a book about them or an article about them, so she's interviewing them and everyone who surrounded them in the music industry to like find out the story of Opal and Nev from the beginning. It's really good. I wish I would have read it months ago when I started, but I definitely plan on finishing it this month. And then another highly anticipated, Malibu Rising by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I've given 5 stars to the 3 books I've read by her, so of course I'm sure I'll love this one too. This is slightly related to The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. I think this is some of the characters from that book's children. And in this, I think we're in the 80s, and it's these 4 siblings who are all famous in their own way, but children of celebrity parents. And they're having a big epic party that I think ends in the house being on fire. And it's the party, the 4 siblings, backstory, and all that. And it's Taylor Jenkins Reid, so I'm sure this book is just gonna be gold, beautiful, and make me cry. I enjoyed a book by John Mars last month, so I want to try another one, The Passengers. I actually started this, and then the copy that I bought goes from page 26 to 59, so I put it down at page 26. But I now have the ebook from the library, so I can read that gap in pages and then carry on reading it. This one is in the near future, where all cars are self-driving. A handful of people get in their car and someone else takes over and is sending all the cars to their doom, but they're putting everyone on a reality show type thing where people who are watching are going to vote on who dies and who lives or something crazy like that. I think all the characters have secrets and stuff that they don't want the public to find out because that's like how they're judging what's going to happen. Sounds wild. And then one more, The Library of the Dead by T.L. Huchu. I really want to read like a non-epic fantasy because I haven't been reading much fantasy this year. So this follows a girl named Ropa who dropped out of school to become a ghost talker, and she starts to hear whispers from the dead that someone is bewitching children. It says she'll dice with death, discovering an occult library and a taste for hidden magic. That sounds like a great adventure time. And also the cover, like if the mood of the book is like this cover, I'm very excited for it. Okay, so now that we have the books out of the way, I'm gonna put my little graphic up on the screen that I made. It's very elementary. I just made it in Microsoft Word. I'm gonna hang it on my fridge and mark things off as I complete them. But first I have a habit tracker, which I got this idea from V.E. Schwab. She posts hers every month on Instagram. And you have a list of things that you want to pursue, and there's boxes for every day of the month. And you don't necessarily always want to do the things every day of the month, but you just want to see how consistently you're doing it, how often you're doing it, when you haven't done it for a few days, to remind yourself that you should be working on it if it's really a priority. So on mine, I have reading. I would like to read every day, actually. Healthy eating and exercise. I don't need to do that every day, but I just want to do it more frequently this month. I put talk to someone on here, which sounds weird, but I'm a naturally shy person. I know, I have a YouTube channel, so how could that be? But it's true. I'm very introverted. I'm naturally shy, and the pandemic has really changed my socialization skills for the worse, I would think, because one, people naturally talk to me less, like strangers, and I also naturally talk to people less because, I mean, there's a long time period where you didn't even want to walk within 20 feet of another person, and we're all like avoiding, swerving around each other, no one's chatting, whatever. Men have stopped telling me to smile though, which is great, but otherwise I just haven't been talking to strangers that much, and I feel like it's just something I should actively try to do more often. Okay, this one's embarrassing. Moving on. Clean. That just means either clean up my apartment or it's already clean because I've been maintaining it well. Short story. I've been working on a short story which I really need to crack down on this month. YouTube, anything like editing, filming. I want to actively be working on my YouTube. On time, it means on time to work because I have a problem that I need to solve. And I X'd out the weekend, so I need to be on time more often. And then spend $0. I just buy frivolous stuff for no reason. Too much discretionary spending, so I'm trying to get that under control. Less books, less eating out, less wasting money for no reason. And then at the bottom I have my intentions, which are goals, but it's a softer word. Like, it's more just to remind myself these are the things that you want to prioritize, so just like keep them top of mind this month, basically. So complete first draft for my short story. Read 6 books this month, and that will keep me on track with my Goodreads goal. Post regularly on YouTube, which, if you notice, I'm not consistent at all, so that is a very good goal this month. Play poker. I keep talking about poker. I've been reading poker books, I've been watching poker tournaments, and I'm not sure how, but I would like to either play poker online, which is illegal in my state, so it's not, you know, so easy. It's going to take effort to do. Or I would like to play at some in-person poker game, poker tournament, something, just because I love poker so much. And right in these past couple of months, I've been spending, I mean, every day consuming poker in some way. I just really enjoy it, and I think it's time to go play. And I have no plan for that so far, but I'm going to, you know, put it out there that I want to look into it. Read half of Words of Radiance, which I already mentioned, and then there's a secret intention on there that I will not discuss until it already happens. And then one more is to, by the end of the month, have my whole bookshelf cleaned up, because the background of every video, as you can see, is rough. I can't find stuff. It's all out of order and disorganized. So that is all. That's the books I want to read, the habits I'd like to work on, and my intentions for the month. So let me know some of your goals, or like what's on your TBR this month, and let's hold each other accountable to these things. I'm very excited to try out having a book TBR this month. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.